Ephesians 6:10 through 13 says, "Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord, and in the power of his might, and put on the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand." We see the evils talked about in this chapter more relevant in today's world than ever before. We see it in every form of our media, music. It's integrated into our clothing. I mean, it's never been so prevalent as it is today. And most people just want to pass it off and call it a form of art. The armor of God it's talking about means that it's time to stay more relevant and prevalent in our relationship that we have with Christ. And that is an individual aspect of our lives that we have to make the change to institute. And if you have this false conception that it comes from any form of preacher or church institution, then I'm afraid you're wrong. While the community is an important aspect, a very vital and important aspect of what Jesus taught in his ministries, of what he wants us to do as believers, it is not the sole defining trait of what leads to our salvation. So if you're dependent on your preacher or your bishop and you believe that some kind of intercessory prayer from their behalf grants you that salvation, then you need to get out of the institution that you're a part of, because it is an intermediate relationship between you and Christ alone, which only comes by individualistic choice of what sacrifice and changes you are willing to make in your life to follow that lifestyle. It does not mean that you walk perfectly after making that change, but it means that there is a defining transformative experience happening in your heart that you want to make that change to follow Christ more closely. So it's important that we all as believers evaluate ourselves in our relationship and our walk with Christ regularly to make sure that we're not just proclaiming belief, which the demons even do, but that we have belief that comes in the form of true faith. Faith in his sacrifice and faith in that transformative process in our lives individually to walk closer with God, with the Holy Spirit in our lives, so that way we may truly have on the armor of God. Because it is a war. It is a war. And if we are not equipped for that war, we will fall. But we cannot equip ourselves. We have to go to God to get that armor. God bless.